So what are we watching today? I have no clue.
Okay, yeah. There's a way to make up because the Lockout was a disastrous movie. We were mentally just tired after that, or during the movie, no?
We really were, yeah.
Yeah, and it doesn't help that we were mentally and weather-wise we were just gone. We just wanted to be over, right?
Yeah, that. I'm sorry. I'm just still thinking about that goofy first 10 minutes, and then none of
Oh, I
that
forgot about
happens.
the Spy Kids 3D scene.
Yeah, I was disappointed.
You know, we made some references to that one, and also in Priest when it shows Paul Bettany riding the motorcycle, and it shows his reaction like, "Bleh," and that it looked like Junie from Spy Kids 3D in the racing. Remember that?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, several moments where we go back and talk about scenes from that movie. Next thing you know, all these movies got inspiration from Spy Kids 3D. Ricardo Rodriguez, he's got some influence
Did you say
right there.
Ricardo?
Isn't Ricardo Rodriguez?
It's Robert.
Oh, sorry. Robert Rodriguez. Perdón. Sorry. Perdón was sorry in
Ricardo.
Spanish. Okay, but
That's a great parody name for it.
okay, but a way to make it up to Christian, it may be a way to make it up, depends on what he thinks. Today we are watching Iron Man 2.
Okay.
Okay, and you said before that you think Iron Man 2 is very boring, right?
Yes.
Okay. But our thoughts can easily change because of our influence.
Because of Iron Man 1. What
Yeah.
happened?
What was our thoughts? We just said it was fine, or were we just like, oh, like this wasn't as fun as we thought or enjoyable?
It was fine, but it probably wasn't, especially in my case, it wasn't as fun as I remembered it.
Me too. Like as time went on, I think you could hear in my voice and be like, okay, can we move on? Yeah.
I think at the time when it first came out, it was really fun, and then but ever since now, it just seems kind of quaint.
Yeah. But to be fair, I think that's what a lot of people think when they think of Iron Man 1. Like, ain't Iron Man 1 so quaint? Especially considering how far the movies have gone to now.
Which I guess is a good thing. You want to progress every time you make a movie, so.
But you just have to make it entertaining.
Yeah, but I guess you sort of think like, oh man, they nailed it the first time. We're like, yeah, but mostly because we didn't have any better options at the time.
Yeah. And so let's see how this goes.
Let's see how this goes.
Okay, so thank you all for listening, and thank you all for joining us for Iron Man 2. The version we're watching is 2 hours, 4 minutes, and 39 seconds. Hopefully this flies by. You guys will pause the commentary track when I say to pause, and then you'll press play once the Columbia logo fades to black. It's still owned by Columbia by this point. Mm-hmm. Okay, so once that fades to black, you guys will press play on this track. But until then, press pause now. Oh, and you said that you prefer this Marvel logo intro.
I do. Just because it's quicker.
You just want the movie to start to get over with?
Yeah.
Moscow.
I gotta be honest though, for Iron Man 2, the first time I saw it was through
other means?
Yeah.
That's how I saw it too. It was my first Marvel movie. Marvel Studios movie.
I saw it like bootleg off the streets. Like for some reason my mom was like, oh, well, I think my brother went. Because we got Iron Man 2. I'm like, cool, but it was such a crappy quality. So I only...
He looks so mad. Oh, yeah.
But yeah, that's how I saw it.
Mm-hmm. But there was something I want to say. This looks more with the Marvel tone now. That's something I noticed. And when we got the street of like Russia, it felt like we were watching like a Marvel Studios Presents type of thing.
Yeah, a bit.
Yeah, so like, and we talked about it before that Iron Man 1 and Incredible Hulk did not have at all that Marvel tone, that Marvel look that it has now. This feels more like it. Just look at this shot. Right?
Yeah.
So really, the tone that they got now was from Iron Man 2, not even Iron Man 1.
I would say there's a bit more style here than there was in the last one.
The last one, it was just, here's a camera and record.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm.
Like the shot right now with the light bulb, it looked pretty nice.
Yeah.
The orange and then just the black surrounding it.
And instead of the Iron Man 1 being kind of colorless, basically.
It had color, but they didn't. It didn't do.
What was it? Oh, how about they didn't have like enough saturation to make it look like there was actually color.
Yeah.
There was actual color. Like really, the only time we saw real color was when he colored his Iron Man suit.
Yeah. Or the one time I remember was when they're in the jail cell and you saw like a bit of orange and blue. That's the only time I saw like nice contrasting colors. But other than that, like.
Like yeah, it was weird. Oh, this was my first time seeing Mickey Rourke. That's his name, right?
Yeah. I always want to say Mickey Rooney, but that's that's the wrong guy. Did you ever see The Wrestler?
Nope.
It's
You think I would have, right?
a bit, yeah. It's an okay movie.
Oh, with this music and what's happening, this feels like Marvel Studios presents a superhero movie.
I forget Jon Favreau also did this one.
Yep. This is the intro to Iron Man the game. Didn't it feel like a little bit?
But yeah. Did you ever play the Iron Man game?
Nope, I wanted to. Is it good or decent?
I played the DS version.
And Scarlett Johansson's introduction.
Oh yeah, so she first comes out.
And second time I've seen Sam Rockwell. First time I saw him was in Charlie's Angels 2000 whatever.
He's in that?
He's the main bad guy.
To be honest, I only remember Charlie Angels 2, and it's only in the scene
Never saw
where
it.
it's only in the scene where they're dancing like at a strip club.
No. But that makes sense of them in a strip club.
That's the only scene I remember from both movies.
So, what's the general consensus of this movie? That it's bad, boring. What's exactly people's thoughts on this?
A lot of people dislike this movie because they felt like this was the start of how a movie just setting up next movies, not having a real self-contained film.
Oh, like not its own story.
Yeah, they're only justified in existence to set up the next movie.
Okay.
Yeah. Some people like it. Some people think it's boring, but a lot of people were like, "No, this was only made just to like introduce like Nick Fury and all that crap."
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, this should have been a big deal that this guy. I mean, that's someone made an arc reactor. Like that in a movie wise and story wise, that should be a big deal, no?
It should.
It's the exact same font with just 2 added on it.
Yeah.
I was like that. If done better, yeah, that should have been an important role. Like, some random schmuck in Russia knows how to make an arc reactor.
Yeah.
Or is it 6 months later somehow? After that scene.
Huh. All right. I still love the old Iron Man design.
I thought you would say something because the way he moved, right?
Yeah.
Like clunk, clunk, clunk. I think this might have been the last. Either this or Iron Man 3 was the last time he wore an Iron Man suit.
Can you raise the brightness, please?
Like, isn't it like this or our Avengers or something? That was the last time.
I don't remember.
Yeah, it can't be Iron Man 3 because remember what happens like at the last fight scene? It can't be Iron Man 3. Now this is more of the Tony Stark character from the comics. Egotistical as hell.
Yeah.
Oh, it looked fake. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it looked real, but it also didn't look part of the world.
No.
It's still almost there and trying to make it look good. Now
I think all the lights happening around to make it look really weird.
I could see that, yeah. Like too many lights they probably added.
Yeah. Because there's no reflection off the suit. So it just looks really weird.
Oh, and the way that machine took off his Iron Man suit is basically that's that same thing it's in Avengers. And like while he's walking, the machine is taking off his suit.
Yeah.
It basically looked like the same thing.
Yeah.
Like copy and paste, but more modified. Nice butts, ladies. Also, this is the copy paste of Tony Stark from the comics. Cause he looks basically like him. No.
Yeah.
Just look at those facial features. different meanings. Get it? And only 6 months? Actually, I could believe that considering how awful the world is now, right?
Where the fuck are you now?
Yeah. Yeah, I feel more the ego now.
Yeah.
Which is what the character is supposed to be. These cuts, right? Like he was over there, now he's over here, and a different cut again, no?
Yeah. Hey, it goes back and forth.
Yeah.
Far and away. Far
And like with different angle
yeah.
shots. Cause there's one where his hands are behind him, the next one are in front of him. Oh, okay, I get it. He reworded that speech that has usually been said before. I forget about that Stark Expo was a thing. Like they bring it up in Captain America also.
Oh, do they?
Yeah. Like, because you know how he said like we're bringing it back. Yeah, that's because I think that was the last time the expo was held.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Walt Disney. Right?
Yep.
Is he a good actor? This guy that they got?
I think that's the guy from Mad Men. And if it's not the case, then yeah, he's a really good actor.
Also, when I was a kid and I saw that for the first time, I thought that was his test, his alcohol level by intoxication.
You know what I thought it was? For diabetes. Because, you know, people have to pick their... Yeah.
Yeah, so that actor is now only stuck playing Anthony Stark, is it? Is that his father's name?
Howard Stark, yeah.
Howard Stark, yes.
Howard Stark. That's Olivia Munn, is it?
I don't know. I would believe you if you said it. Damn, look at Jon Favreau.
Yeah.
Man, he's young, isn't he?
Yeah.
This is what Robert Downey Jr. has to deal with now as an actor. Oh, do you know about... Oh! That wasn't Stan Lee, right?
That was Stan Lee.
Oh, okay. Because there was a guy right there that showed him it looked like Mr. Fantastic right now. Like the guy with like the white marks on his hair. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Like, for quickly, it looked like. Wait, is that
Is that Kate Mara?
That was gonna say, is that Kate Mara?
Oh, it is.
Holy fuck! Who knew?
Yeah.
She whispers to him. No, actually, he whispers to her. And, like he goes like, "Come here." He's like, "Yes," and he tells her, "I know who you are, fantastic woman, invisible woman." That transition. We're going Star Wars. No, we're going student film. No, woo. Okay, this is
shit! It's Gary Shandling.
Mm-hmm. This is a Tony Stark that we thought was in Iron Man 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like him much more in this now. I'll say this right now. Like him portraying Tony Stark.
Yeah.
Also, this makes sense and to having a sec in Iron Man 2. And when he's going against the government who's saying like your armor suit is a weapon, it's a mass destruction.
Yeah.
This would have been a whole movie if done by Zack Snyder. No, if done by people who want to make Iron Man dark and gritty. No, the whole movie would be based on Iron Man, like mass savior or mass destroyer, right?
Yeah.
But them taking way too by them taking the Dark Knight approach and taking it ultra seriously. even though that would make sense. I mean, that's another way to think about it. But that's like so boring and been there, done that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sam Rockwell, man. I think that he just likes that he just as an actor he just likes to have fun, right?
I can see that.
And every movie he's in, they just think of an excuse for him to dance. Like, I'm not Robin, sir. Can you imagine if DC Comics existed in this world, but just as comics? I think that'd be kind of weird, wouldn't it be? Of like Superman and Batman existing in this world, but just the comic books, because then that would also mean that Man of Steel and the Dark Knight Rises movies came out in this world.
That would be weird, yeah.
Yeah, it would be weird. Like if you really think about the world that would exist, because like in the Flash, I think the first season, or second season, one of the characters brings up of him making the Flash suit be more colorful like Spider-Man, something like that. No, he mentioned the Incredible Hulk somewhere, and when he mentioned that, I'm like, wait, so that means Marvel Comics exists in the Flash universe and Arrow universe? Because if it does, that means that Marvel Studios and Disney exists also.
Yep.
And those actors also exist, so that means they can never appear in the Flash show.
Yeah.
Like that kind of thought process appears, no? Like it's kind of like weird if you really think about that world.
It is.
And your favorite actor comes back from Iron Man 1.
Yep.
And you don't like... Well, not that you don't like, but you prefer...
I prefer... fuck, I forgot his name.
Yeah. That's how much you like him if you forgot his name.
I don't know, ever since Don Cheadle became... every time I see him on screen... I don't... Oh, Terrence Howard does his name.
Terrence Howard.
I'm not saying Terrence Howard would have wowed it, but I really like his performance.
No, you just said that you prefer him.
Yeah. But every time I see him, like, in other Marvel movies, I just think, oh yeah, you're in here too. It just goes to show he doesn't leave much of an impact for me.
He referenced America as her. Okay, now this feels a little bit more like Iron Man 1. Like the coloring,
Yeah.
like there's color there, but it feels like too real to be in a Marvel movie.
Yeah.
I remember what he does.
It might just be me, but I feel like the scene's gone for way too long now.
Oh yeah, it feels like it outweighted. Well, there's a reason why he's doing this.
Yeah.
There are attempts. Because saying like there are reports of attempts, but showing how bad those are. Okay, there's blood. That's brutal in a way.
Yeah.
Oh, that's horrible CG. Also, by the way.
Yeah.
Like it's been just terrible. I would kind of wish he fell over. Like, ah!
That
was a test pilot? Oh, no, he didn't survive that. No, he got his... Like, if there was somebody's body that just fully turned like a 180, that would hurt. Like, would that kill someone?
Mm-hmm.
In 6 months. I just hope he keeps saying 6 months. 6 months. Because it is odd that they took that much of a time jump.
I always remember that from this movie. Just
This is the Tony Stark that we've been missing, or this is the one that we fell in love with. No.
Yeah.
Okay, so any thoughts right now? Because I know you're the one with thoughts on just a lot of stuff on Robert Downey Jr. playing Tony Stark, and then just from Iron Man 1, this whole thing. What do you think?
I liked it better when he was arrogant.
Like this?
Like his arrogance was annoying, but fuck, could he pull it off with style? And I think I get the point. He had to change after what happened in Avengers. He had PTSD.
But also, to be fair, that's a whole other story.
That's all. But I don't know. I felt like it got kind of boring after that.
Okay, so what do you think of him and Iron Man 2 so far?
I'm enjoying them.
Like, is this more of what you wanted?
As of right now, yes, but we'll see for the end.
I know that's what I'm saying. As of now,
yeah.
And there is Paul Bettany.
Yep. And he was wasted as the Vision.
He went right now, or he sounds wasted.
He was wasted as the Vision.
Oh yeah.
He was better off as Jarvis.
Oh okay, I get you now.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like he's drinking oil, right?
Yeah, it does.
Oh, so it does pick him.
Yeah.
I thought just like he started so advanced, he just puts his finger on it. And this is to tell the audience.
Yeah. I think that was another reason why I didn't like this movie, because I thought this
aspect
of the story, while interesting, it's just very poorly done.
Now, can you elaborate more on that? Also, you can see how slow they're doing this to show the audience.
Yeah.
Right? Look at him, he's ripped. So yeah, go.
Like, I thought it was solved in the first movie, the shrapnel thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I thought it was solved, but now it's like, oh no, now it's infecting his blood, yeah. Which I think it's cool, because, like, the more he uses it, the more he gets hurt. But then when he solves it, it's just like, oh.
There goes that.
There goes that. Like, I feel like they didn't do enough to dramatize, like,
this type of thing.
Like, I know he goes into alcoholism and all that, but he kind of did that on the first one already. So that's why, like, it just, like, he got cancer, but then you don't really feel the effects of the cancer.
I like this is just Iron Man, like, blueprints just on the side over there. I like that. Like I don't know where at the end, like Pepper sees a blueprint, and then she says, what kind of suit is that? Oh, I'm Space Iron Man. I hope like once the camera shut off, he says the exact same thing to Jon Favreau, and he just takes it with him. Do you think? And their camera stream was much better on this.
Yeah.
Let's say, do you think Robert Downey Jr. has any Iron Man memorabilia in his house?
I think so.
You think he does?
I think he has. Well, I think every.
No, but I'm specifically talking about Robert Downey Jr.
No, yeah, he definitely has to.
Like, at least a helmet?
Yeah.
Or even the first official Iron Man helmet?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've not been paying attention to anything they've been saying.
Oh, it's just talking.
I just tuned it out.
No, it's really nothing.
Yeah.
She even mentions, like, about the expo and stuff like that, and then that's it. That's mainly it.
Yeah.
Then just, like, the classic bickering between those two, and this is the only important thing. Up until now, this is the only important thing. I'm making you CEO.
Yep.
He looks kind of disheveled right there in that shot with his hair kind of crazy.
Yep.
Well, we could see. He has champagne prepared. And I'm not going to give it to my future daughter. Right?
Yep.
Wait, I wonder now, what actually happened then to Stark Industries after Endgame? Because we know that Peter gets a giant satellite for him.
Yeah.
But like, what happened to Stark Industries as a total? like is it then owned by Pepper? Is it then divided to Stark's people that he trusts the most, or what's the deal? Or does it leave it? Does he leave it all to the Avengers?
If I remember correctly, after Iron Man 1, there's no board of directors because there was Jebediah. Like he was part of like the board of directors with other people, but after that, it was just Stark himself.
Yeah, because they realized just how good Tony is.
Yeah. So then I think now that Tony's gone, I think it goes to Pepper, and then she could do whatever she wants. Like she could be still, I think,
run it.
Not run it, but she'd have someone else run it, but she would still be like supervisor.
Okay.
Of it.
Kind of like Vince McMahon. Oh no, Vince. He's involved with everything. Yeah, my bad. For a second, I thought it was someone else with how her hair was.
Yeah.
Then Jon Favreau. The next thing you know, Jon Favreau says like, "Wait, I want to add this scene because I want to lose weight." I think I would actually do that. just to make fun of myself and to lose weight. And there she is.
With like no fanfare whatsoever. Just
also, when she showed up, I didn't know. I just thought like she was just a new character in the movie. That's it. I didn't know about Black Widow. Also, Robert Downey Jr. are actors beating up the director.
Yeah.
Also, they do make her look like a supermodel and incredibly attractive. No.
Yeah.
Just look at that. Nothing is happening.
I always thought she had a poor introduction in this movie.
Like that?
No, like throughout, to establish her character and all that.
Quote unquote character.
Kind of remind me like when you see Hawkeye and Thor.
I kind of like how they did that. But he had more of a thing.
Yeah, he had more of a thing. Here, I just like, oh, that's Black Widow. I'm like, oh, okay. Like, it didn't leave much of an impression.
Did you know about her being Black Widow before this?
No. I had no idea this was
a thing. She was a thing.
Yeah. I just thought it was supposed to be like a love interest. They were going to do like a love triangle between her, Pepper, and...
You would think, right?
Yeah.
Apparently Google's a thing here.
Mm-hmm.
That's when all this love for her and the crazy fans, right?
Mm-hmm. I wish we saw more of Tony Stark and Happy throughout the movies.
This should have been more.
There should have been more because fuck, this is just great.
They're good. They're great together.
Oh, they really are.
This also shows other elements that could have been used better. Also,
yeah.
Pepper is noticing Tony just full on like I'm in love. Yeah, that was one of my favorite lines. I wonder how many if the meme culture was not culture, but the meme thing was in full force back then.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the memes that would have been said?
Yeah.
With that from that one thing? I want one.
What I was also confused about this movie, I thought Pepper and Tony were a couple.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, and then here,
it feels like it already.
Yeah, because in the end of the first one, like she's helping them get dressed and all that. And here, there's none of that. It's just like, oh, so I guess they just went back to friends. Like that's weird to me.
Gwyneth Paltrow right now looks like Gwyneth Paltrow, not like Pepper Potts. No.
Yeah. No, I think she still looks like Pepper Potts.
Oh, but the way she got out of the car.
Oh,
and red considering. You're like smile, bitch, right? That's kind of the tone he gave off.
Yeah.
Like smile. Oh, and make with her outfit. Make sure you see a little bit of the bra.
Yeah.
In the middle, right?
Yep.
I wonder what approach Jon Favreau had to do with to get people to like Black Widow and Natalia in this? Like, did he think like we have to, in order to get some people to like her, I think we have to make her look very attractive. Sam Rockwell, hey, what's up? It sounded like a YouTube skit, like, hey, what's up, man? Right? No, he just leaned over. Oh shit, the girl from Iron Man 1.
Yeah, I was about to ask that too.
But I want to say, yeah, I wonder what what John Favreau had like to do. Like, what was he thinking? Like, is it? Do you think I'm close at all with that? I'm thinking like in order to have some people like her at all, we have to get some people. Basically, we have to make her hot or sexualize her a bit.
You know,
but not while overdoing it.
Yeah, no, but now that you mention it, because I'm thinking, because she's supposed to be a spy. I'm thinking James Bond, like they use like their sexuality to like.
Oh, that's fair too. Yeah.
But thinking about that, like after Avengers, they never really emphasized that angle of her, that she could use her looks to.
Yeah,
like that.
And just by looking at her, she looks like someone who can easily manipulate man or woman.
Because I was thinking back to like, did you ever see Red Sparrow?
No.
Well, I was thinking about that, like the idea of a spy. You know,
also, I can't believe Jennifer Lawrence is pulling that off. But that's just me.
She's not awful in it, surprisingly.
No, but just like being like over, like using her very attractiveness to do it. Because like I don't think I was. It might be that I just don't find it that fully attractive. I'm not sure, but yeah.
She just pulls it off pretty well in that movie.
Okay.
But yeah, I was thinking like, cause as you find out
like
about her
right there with the arc reactor pulling that. Yeah.
But when you find out about like Black Widow and like Age of Ultron, how she was raised by like in Russia, like the ballet and all that thing.
We made it with the ballet. Yeah.
That it's like, they were tough. It's like, you could use your sex to influence people.
It's sex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then after like, cause in Avengers, like you remember when she's tied up and she's like in that black gown.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like that's the last time
I'm playing like damsel distress.
Yeah, that's like the last time like they really emphasized like her looks. Because after that, like they never really bothered with it, and I always wondered why. Because because she's a spy. Like her using her looks, like you wouldn't think anything of it. Like it fits naturally. Maybe because she never did any spy work after Avengers, really.
Maybe a little bit in Winter Soldier because like everybody was a spy in that movie, considering.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Maybe, but yeah.
Everything's going so fast. Yeah. You look so sad. Like, are you pointing at me? Yeah, they should have used more of the Happy and Tony stuff.
Yeah,
'cause they're great together, and like you use more of what Scarlett Johansson has.
Yeah,
like she's obviously a very attractive woman, especially in this one. They made her look incredibly attractive. You could have used that more, but then again, consider her roles in the other movies. There wouldn't have been any moment for her to use that element.
That's what I'm saying. Like there would be maybe that's why they introduced her. She's like, hey, she's a sexy lady that could get things done. But then like, she just became like a soldier, and and in soldier you don't think of looks. You just think they could get the shit done. And I wonder if that's why.
Also, we just saw the main villain just coming out, right? In like uniform. The internet people right now who make videos and stuff, who like to pick point everything, they would easily say, this doesn't make any sense. How wouldn't anybody notice him being so different from all the other workers with all his tattoos and everything? Right?
It looks like he's got breasts.
but tattoos and everything, no? Right?
Well, like, he's covered in the
but I'm saying just how he looks. But I'm saying like people would point it out as a negative. But to me, I'm just like I don't care. Like he made it there. Yeah, he's a villain. I'm fine that he was able to just make his way there. I like that. Well, it looks weird, but I like what they were going for, no?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, but you get what I mean by that? But just people just think of ways to just like ruin it for themselves?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something that doesn't bother me at all. I'm sure there's people that would just infuriate them of that.
Yeah.
And it does look weird. Like, that's my guy. Jon Favreau looks so like he's not that fat yet, right?
I don't think he gets any fatter. I mean, he gets older, obviously.
Okay, there might be that.
Yeah.
But man, he looks good.
Yeah, he looks good.
John Favreau, if you're listening, you look good in Iron Man 2.
And only Iron Man 2.
Actually, we don't know. He might be good in Iron Man. He might look good in Iron Man 3. He never shows up in Avengers, no?
No, he doesn't.
Yeah. Whee! I'm thinking again, Yahoo! From Inspector Gadget. So whenever I see cars flipping, or giant cars about to like land or be hit by something, I just think of Inspector Gadget. Whew. Also, this was our introduction to our villain of this movie, and a lot of murder, right now. That guy for sure that turned is dead.
Yeah, def.
I like that we could see the people in the cars.
Yeah.
Oh, that blonde woman behind the Sam Rockwell. Oh my! It's in my pocket. Like, hold on, let me get it.
It always makes me laugh when you see it tend to be women when they cover their mouths with their hands. Yeah, for gas. Yeah.
So basically, any woman from the original Spider-Man movies.
Essentially, yeah. That always made me laugh. Like, I just loved that.
Take this. Is that like a part of a door or something that he used?
I couldn't tell you. I don't think so. Well, technically, these don't have doors. You just get on.
It's like Iron Man, action hero. But I'm pretty sure that was a stuntman because you never saw the front of him. He's just on the ground. Yeah, look at him. Oh, because he's looking. Oh, and this is Tony using his brain.
Yeah. I always thought this was a cool shot in the trailer.
Of him doing the whip thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and practical fire. That's funny too. Practical fire, I love that. I also do love visuals. Okay, that's CG right now.
Yeah.
I also do love visuals of where like there's a fire in front of someone. And you see the person walking towards the fire, and then you see like the fire like effects.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean by that? Like the heat coming out of the fire. Like I love stuff like that.
Yeah.
The way he just let the door fall. And the way he's trying to move with the car. Hit him again. Say football?
Yeah.
Why is it football? Actually, when he does that, the case is right in the middle, so it's destroyed. Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
The clinking noises. That's great.
Yep.
Click, click. Yeah, I think the too much light is what.
Yeah.
It's what's making it look kind of off. Oh, and his head is turned CG right there. You saw that?
I did. Yeah.
Yeah, you could tell like it was a little bit blurry over in the side of his head. Okay, so far at this point, they didn't fully nail the CG for his facial features yet.
No.
Oh, and this was Tony's plan before. If something were to go wrong, have a suit Iron Man
Right.
instead of like an Iron Man. I think it was Iron Man 3. He adds like little robotic stuff in his body, so he could bring in like Iron Man parts. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then in Infinity War, he has nanotechnology.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. Like every time it changes.
Yeah.
I like that move. Like, wrap it up around me just to take you down.
Yeah, that was quick.
Yeah. Also shows how weak he is.
Yeah.
But to be fair, it is just a man with robot parts. Not even a robot suit. Doesn't make sense. You lose. Right? That makes no sense. Oh, I think he loses because he just showed everybody that someone out there can actually make an arc reactor.
Yeah.
Even though, because the whole thing in the beginning was that no one could build it.
No.
You just saw proof that someone did. Oh my! So Marco, like everybody's like, oh my! Everybody else is like, oh yeah! That's my boy right there. Relax, relax, I'm in Gotham City. Batman will protect me. Right? Didn't feel like the police station.
The visuals are very different than
Yeah.
most Marvel movies. This is very different from Iron Man 1.
Yeah. I think they're in the middle of keeping it Iron Man 1, but also trying to do Iron Man 2. I mean, trying to do Marvel Tone now.
Yeah.
It doesn't even feel like like a Russo's movie either.
No, it doesn't.
Cause that one also has a specific look. Those Russos have a specific look with their movies.
I think it has to do with the lighting.
I don't know. Another story of sons of bickering fathers.
Mm-hmm.
You must love that.
So this is one of the first. So.
No, but those elements
Yeah.
that you've seen.
That I've seen.
I like that quote.
Yeah.
Because don't a lot of people fear an almighty being. So the next option that many do is just to follow that being or creature, right?
Yeah. Oh, I guess in this case that he promised peace and all that, and the two see someone, essentially like seeing Superman weaken, he should go, oh fuck, like he might not save us.
Next, we start talking about religion. Like, hey Christian, let's go philosophical and religious on this. Wait, that makes sense. Philosophical and religious.
That sounded a bit weird.
Okay, let me change that. Okay, Christian, let's go religious now. His face, his face on that TV with the whole thing. I was hearing when Mr. Stark, in fact, was. It sounds like that, right? It's like he's bored. Is that just how he normally talks?
Surprisingly, yeah.
Wow, he sounds so bored. Okay, not so bored. He says, well, it's just like, okay, I'm reading my lines. Okay, Mr. Stark, you monster. Something like that. Is that a map of the whole U.S. on that pad over there? You saw that?
No, I didn't see it.
Yeah. What is that? I wonder if that's the same set they used in Avengers. Remember when it shows Pepper and everybody else on the plane looking on at New York? Remember that scene?
Mm-hmm.
And it shows Tony trying to call her because he feels like he's gonna die.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does it feel like the same plane or the same set for that plane?
I don't remember the look of the plane, so I can't say.
That felt like Robert Downey Jr. Right? That felt like an actor's choice, no?
Yeah.
Like, I love stuff like that, and when you see just like people talking like this, it's just two actors talking, and they have words of dialogue to say. That there are moments in where you could see it in their face and hear from their voice that they're actually saying stuff that they're adding by themselves because they feel like they feel like this character should have this.
Mm-hmm.
I love moments like that. Like did Heath Ledger really do that in The Dark Knight? Because you think he would, but at the same time, Christopher Nolan is a really good director. Oh, sorry, did he write part of that script?
Yeah, he wrote part of it.
Okay, so he and his writer are really good writers.
It's him and his brother and one more writer.
Mm. Like, what do you think about Heath Ledger?
For dialogue, I couldn't tell you. I think in the sense of movement, I think he made up that. Because I know for when Gordon gets promoted to commissioner, and you see that scene of just Joker clapping in the cell, like he came up with that, Ledger.
Oh, I know that. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I was thinking. Is just that in the sense of dialogue, I wouldn't know. But I think in movement, I think Ledger came up as like, oh, I know might want to do this, but I'll do this.
Oh, also, that's a scary shot when you just see him.
Yeah.
Clapping. That's terrifying.
Yeah.
And the reason we're talking about that is because, did I mention about the actor thing?
Yeah.
And it also helps that we're not like in a prison scene and he just cracks someone's neck. What the? Gonna swipe the dirt off my shoulder. The power of wealthy people. Right?
Yeah.
Shouldn't have gone like, ow, my eyes. Like, isn't that something that usually happens with people if like...
Yeah.
Yeah. If they don't see any kind of light at all for like a while?
For a while, it depends how long.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do you remember when those, I think it was Taiwanese or Thailand kids were stuck in the cave?
I don't know.
Well, they were stuck in the cave for like, I think almost a week.
Mm-hmm.
But when they get out, they had to protect their eyes. Cause...
Oh, like, was it a team?
Yeah, it was a team.
Oh, I remember that. Yes,
yeah,
yes.
They were stuck in a cave. There was no light. It's little to no light.
Those guys behind they look like they look like programmed robots. Like, yes, sir.
It almost seems like the only direction they were given was look tough, and so he just
Oh, and look from another country.
Yeah.
So look like you don't understand what he's saying. You hear like the shaking in his hands. You heard that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so much stuff is happening right there when he's just saying that.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell?
Did you ever watch Vice?
It sounds familiar.
The one with Christian Bale is Dick Cheney?
No, never saw it.
Oh.
Of course you saw it, right?
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah.
And it wasn't that great. But Sam Rockwell plays Bush.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, I saw. Yeah.
And how he's talking is kind of how he did Bush.
Yeah, but just with a little bit like more of a
with more of a southern accent.
Okay.
To it, like.
You would think you would have a translator right there with them,
yeah,
right?
right.
Yeah, you wouldn't have thought to do that already.
Yeah. Well, granted, he didn't know.
But he saw how different he looked from other people in Italy, wherever the race took place.
That doesn't mean but he never heard him speak.
No, I'm saying, but there's a higher chance that person doesn't know English. But then again, English to many people are taught English in the entire world.
Yeah, I mean, English is
okay, that's fair. Yeah.
Oh, that was a weird cut. I thought there was
your reaction, like what?
I blinked and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Wait, was Pepper talking to that news reporter at live or what?
I don't know. Espionage.
From a Russian. No surprise there, right?
That actually happened. There was a couple. I forgot their name. But they were accused of... I can't remember.
Wait, who's they?
There was this couple, a Russian couple. I forgot what they were called. And I don't remember if they actually... I don't remember if it was true that they had... But they were essentially... They were held in jail because the FBI thought they had
take your suits,
nuclear secrets, in the sense like I think like a trigger, like they knew how to like all that, and I think they ended up getting killed. They were, I think, sentenced to the electric chair. Then if they found out later, like no, they weren't involved with the Soviets whatsoever, and then. Sorry, I just remember that.
That's right. He looks sad. Like to me, he's doing a good job right now of like he's dealing with shit.
Yeah.
Sure. We get it.
I feel like
that looks like a chile candy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Also, should you really be using your hands? Like, should you put on like gloves?
That's what I was thinking. Oh, what if in Ultron said like he learned something about this time, and he decides, Tony, instead of you fighting me, I'm gonna make you fight your comrades, and he actually like infects his reactor again. And you see those patterns come back, and him being robotic for like the later part of the movie. What about that? Christian is thinking.
I mean, but they solve it at the end of this movie, though.
No, but I'm saying.
Oh, but like to bring back.
No, but Ultron discovers that like he had that. I think maybe he figures like he thinks of it's still there. Maybe I could still manipulate that.
It would have made Ultron a better villain, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, but like, what do you think in that aspect?
That would be pretty cool, actually.
Like bring back something for Iron Man 2?
Yeah.
And that way they would have retroactively made the stuff here in this movie even more important. Also, because I think, doesn't Tony make a new element basically?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Ultron talks about that. They could say like you made this new element, but you didn't finish fine tuning that new element. I did, and then he messes with it. Like, oh, that could have been something.
Yeah. I think about it. This movie, all the things they bring up, they brush away immediately.
But they could have used more.
Yeah, they could have used more, like with Happy.
Like they're finally starting to do the Happy thing, but they're doing it with Tony Stark Jr.
Yeah.
With Spider-Man. I do love that they made actual suits, like actual props, because they look great. Those suits.
Yeah, they do.
Like if you change them a little bit, they could look like Gundam, Gundam suits. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It almost looks like the War Machine one, like the bulkiness of it.
I remember that line. I want to make him look like an antique. Also, I love that Mickey Rourke is easily able to manipulate this guy.
Yeah.
Sam Rockwell like yeah, this guy, yeah.
He's not bad in this, Mickey Rourke.
I'm sorry?
He's not bad in this, Mickey Rourke.
Yeah. It's just the stuff they gave him.
Yeah, the stuff they gave him too little to like do really leave an impact. But like his accent's pretty cool, I thought.
Also, is he not Russian?
Nah.
Where is he?
I think he's American.
Oh, then he's good. I really would have thought he was Russian.
Yeah, let's find out. Let's find out the state of.
That they're enough for you? the amount of, I swear, memes if they were around back then in full force, right? Also, this is the most reserved outfit she has on right now.
Yeah.
Also, you're not seeing how she's seated. I actually think that she's on his, is it lap or legs?
Mm-hmm.
What's the correct term?
Lap.
On his lap, but I think she's just on a chair arm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's his birthday. I'll meet my real dad, as we learned from Endgame. Remember?
Yep.
Wait, did he say both her parents' names or her dad's name?
Both, I believe.
Okay. Also, he looks great in this suit right now. Look at that.
Yeah.
Right? It looks like he's actually in a full-on suit. Oh, look at him. Oh, and we got a taste of drunk Tony Stark.
Yeah.
Kind of like he's supposed to be a full-on alcoholic several times, but then in this one, like we see part of that.
Yeah.
I think you would have loved if for a chunk he actually went full-on Tony, drunk Tony, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. But I think that's what they're trying to do. But they're adding that element into the chest thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like he's fully aware of what he's doing.
Yeah.
Right now, I think he's just a little bit buzzed. Right? Huh? Also, their roles right now as Tony's friends are they're doing it well.
Mm-hmm.
I remember this too. His laugh. He touches her butt with the suit.
Looked like he was.
It looks like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like he's actually in the suit. The suit looks amazing right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love that thing. Hey, and the laptop thing, it looks like a Deadpool head.
Yeah.
But oh, it's Iron Man, but still. Okay, that was basically that he fired a gun in the house. Now he's firing more guns. Okay, stop him now.
Yeah.
He's losing it. Especially if you think about it, right? Especially if you think about it like how I'm saying it. He has a gun right now that he's firing in the house.
Yeah.
You gotta stop him. And many comic book fans started. Many comic book fans are like, "Oh yes," because they're finally seeing War Machine. Right? I thought he said that with the helmet on the first time. That's his name. Oh, that was nice. And their suits right now feel really heavy.
Yeah.
Like, pum, pum. Isn't this, No One Bites the Dust.
Yeah.
By
Queen.
Queen. Nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah. You gotta give it a better one-liner. Right?
Yep.
Okay, that was very cartoony right there.
Yeah, that's what I'm
saying. I wanna die. And look at that outfit she has on.
Yeah.
Oh, you saw her pose. You see it?
Yeah.
That was a nice touch. I didn't notice. I never noticed it before. Rest, do it. Yeah, that outfit. Oh, wow. Okay, so that Queen song apparently ended.
Yeah. I think that's Daft Punk.
And no, don't do that in the song. The song was already good enough. Right?
I like Daft Punk, so. No.
Yeah. I was waiting to hear what you would think about that. I remember that. Everything but the kitchen sink.
Yep.
It looks better in this than it did in Batman vs Superman. Remember Batman takes out our actual kitchen sink?
I'll tell you this, though, I'm enjoying this much more than Iron Man 1.
It's fun, no?
Yeah, which is surprising me.
Surprising.
Yeah. Surprising me.
Hey, I did say that. Hey, there's a good possibility. I do remember it being fun. Also, we haven't checked yet. How long do you think the movie has the movie been so far?
How much time we have left?
Yes. No, how much time do you think passed already?
I want to say an hour. Yeah.
49. Yeah, it feels like it's supposed to. No.
Yeah.
Like it's moving. It kind of reminded me of Infinity War, and where like stuff is happening, we're just moving on from it.
Yeah.
But there are some scenes in Iron Man 2 and where like they go a little bit on too long, right? What one good example is the court scene.
Yeah, that.
You could have shaved off at least 1 or 2 minutes. Yeah. But like everything else, you could shave off like everything close to a minute. You could shave off.
Yeah.
But and if they were to do that, you could feel like just like make it more concise and it'll feel much faster.
Yeah.
I'll keep saying it again. That suit looks beautiful on him.
Yeah.
And that's because it's the real actual like suit that they build. Mojave Desert, California?
I didn't.
Okay.
It came out, but I didn't read it.
Okay, it's in Mojave Desert. Do you know where that is?
Nope.
Okay. But doesn't California have a desert somewhere?
Yeah, it does.
Just like on the northern part of it, or what?
I think so.
Okay. Have you ever visited that?
Nope.
Our soldiers of America, U.S. of A. Right? Right now, when he saw all the information, he was also seeing everybody's like personal information.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of look like what's his name? Tom Cruise right there. We got out of the car, no?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah. Oh, it kind of looks like he looks great. Also, look at that.
Yeah.
The officer that just took the gun said, "Wow, he looks like the dad from Back to the Future."
No.
Like a little bit when he was young. That also felt like a commercial break, no? Didn't fade to black.
It did, yeah.
For the Disney Channel, we're showing Iron Man 2. Do you remember that one scene earlier where you shot blood? Where you saw blood, I mean? Oh, here you go. I think I've actually been to Randy's Zonas before. Oh, so this is the first time they mentioned the Avengers thing.
Mm-hmm.
Without saying a name. And it was only set up at the end of Iron Man 1.
Yep.
Also, Samuel Jackson looks young, but also looks like he's starting to get old.
Yeah.
Right. Of course, butt shot.
Mm-hmm.
Her voice, right?
Yep.
Well, it looks like this is the first time wearing. The first time they're trying to make the Black Widow outfit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it doesn't look clean or well put together at all. It kind of looks like a Halloween costume.
Yeah, it does feel very.
But with a little bit more money into it, but still doesn't look good.
No.
Yeah. You Iron Man, little brother. There's Samuel Jackson we all love. So that was the whole point when he was talking with Rhodey.
Yeah.
Like do you honestly think that you're man enough to wear the suit?
Mm-hmm.
That's the whole thing. He's setting everybody up because when everybody dies.
Yeah.
I'm forgetting that he's that smart. It's morphine. That's his version of morphine.
You know what? I'm glad they improved Black Widow because she's really boring in this.
Oh, okay.
The way she talked, it's just.
Oh yeah. There's the way she's acting. The way she's acting is like she still hasn't embraced the Black Widow character.
Yeah.
Yeah. But also, to be fair, is that her fault or is it just? I guess the script's fault.
I would say it was both the direction and the direction and the script. Like the script, like the way her words are very like, technical talking.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't make her appealing in that sense. Mm-hmm. And then the way she acts and the way she talks, just like. If you look at this Black Widow, it's not the same one in the rest of the movies.
Not even in Iron Man. Sorry, not even in Avengers.
No.
She's a much better character in Avengers.
She's a much better character. Here, this is...
Like, I think that she was just getting the knack into it. Wait, sorry, does that make sense?
Yeah.
What I was saying? Yeah. Simpler way to take out the head.
Yeah.
Wait, the way he's talking reminds me of our former professor that I'm friends with. Just look at his tone.
Yeah.
Right? I just feel like, because like a lot of time the way he's talking, like he reminds me of somebody, and it's him.
Yeah, it just.
I'm just thinking of him in this movie because I feel like just watching him on screen.
A bit, yeah, just a bit surreal.
Now you're realizing that, right?
Yeah, now that you said it, just like, oh fuck, especially in this scene in particular.
They're gonna see more than that. Like, let me see this beauty. Look at him. The way he's posed himself, huh?
Yeah.
Functional.
You know what's?
I'm a white man.
I just found out why I'm not a fan of Don Cheadle as Rhodes. I was gonna say Cody Rhodes. Was because I always didn't like that he took the suit away and essentially did what the bad guy's doing. Essentially, the government now has the
got to make this happen. Yes.
Yeah.
But what about now? That's now that you're seeing what
it's still
Tony's plan.
I get the reason why he did it, but it still rubs me the wrong way.
Also, you saw him right there. He doesn't want to do it either.
Yeah.
But he's just he's just trying to do the right thing.
Yeah.
That's his thing. Yeah. the CG behind Tony's Robert Downey Jr., huh? Like, it looks good on him.
Yeah.
But this looks CG. But behind him, it looks like they actually shot somewhere, no?
Yeah.
That's weird. Wait, did they even film together in this scene? Do you think so? Because, like, we're not seeing their faces, like, when we go back and forth.
Yeah, they might have gotten, like, a body double.
Yeah. That's a very valid option. Look at this. It looks so off.
This is, yeah, like, even the editing. Like,
yeah.
How they're moving.
They're making sure.
Yeah. Like, there's no established shot with just the two of them in the frame. And you see his shoulder, but they don't show you the face.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that, like, they weren't
shooting together.
Yeah, they weren't shooting together.
He was murdered by some kind of super soldier, right?
Yeah.
Tony finds out about this like years before it happens.
Yeah.
Like, who's this guy with a metal arm? Although we're just dropping spoilers like nothing for the other movies. But to be fair, it's been years.
Yeah, it has been years, so.
You good, right? You good? You good? Okay, now we're seeing them together.
There you go.
So it's still a possibility that they never shot together, and this was the first time that he shot together.
Yeah.
Or they were actually together, but if they were what, they were... Aha! Get it? What was I saying? Okay, that went on for too long. Okay, her suit looks a little bit better.
Yeah.
But it looks like purple. Diva black.
Joss Whedon knows how to do a female character.
Considering what's been going on with him lately, remember?
In the sense of Black Widow.
Oh, wait. And Clark Gregg's back.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, go.
Yeah, but like
he
actually
started Buffy. Yeah.
But he actually improved Black Widow a lot.
He was he the only scriptwriter for that? For Avengers?
I believe so.
Good on him, damn.
Yeah.
She really good on him.
Because this Black Widow is just dull.
His hands are also so dirty. Would make sense they're cleaning out that thing. But then I would think that Tony would have that thing clean. Because you think it's the power source. How are you a major?
Yeah.
Right? What the hell? You think it's a power source? It's like ADR. Yes. That was his reaction when he got called. Like, hey, you're gonna be in Iron Man 2. Yes. Time out 5 per hour. That Foley, right?
Yeah.
Like, we need more guns. Just some Call of Duty, right?
Yeah.
Hippie control. Do you think that joke would fly now?
I think so. I feel like this is going on a bit long.
Yes.
Like
you could have done that with like 3 guns.
Yeah. I mean, I guess they're giving time to Sam Rockwell, but I think you got the joke across.
Yeah, you get it. Oh, I remember this thing. You remember what happens?
I don't.
Okay, you'll see. Not now, but later on. Move on. Come on. Come on. It was all just to set up that joke.
Yep.
Waste of time.
This is also the start of Marvel's weird relationship with comedy.
Was that what that was supposed to be?
Yeah.
I didn't even feel like it was comedy. I just thought it was Sam Rockwell just whiffing.
Yeah.
Is that the correct word?
Yeah.
Oh, riffing. There you go, riffing.
Riffing, yeah.
Yeah, I just thought it was that. I didn't feel like it was supposed to be a comedy thing going on right now.
Yeah. Well, it was because he kept making all those jokes after every time he introduced a gun.
No, but so to me, I literally just thought it was like John Farrell telling him, okay, like now introduce the guns and riff with it.
Yeah.
I thought that was it basically. If they actually wrote that, like, yeah, I don't think that really worked out.
Yeah.
It went on for far too long.
Well, even if
and they had better examples with it.
Well, even if it wasn't written, the fact that they kept it in.
Yeah, no, that's fair. This is a part of the movie where Tony Stark does homework.
Yeah.
The world of the future. Where's that from again?
Isn't that a Futurama when Fry comes out of the thing and goes, "Welcome to the world of tomorrow"?
No, not that. It wasn't that. I think it was from RoboCop. Oh, in this little moment.
The fuck out of here.
Oh, he's New Yorker. Like, get the fuck out of here. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, his mom's name is Maria.
Yeah.
I wonder if she's Mexican.
You know, it'd be funny if like during like because there's like extra footage, like you see him beat the shit out of Tony. Like,
Oh,
charge you to
this is
get
why I
out.
hate you, Dad. Look at it. I'm glad a Winter Soldier pummeled your face in. Well, yeah, that's what Winter Soldier. He punched him just repeatedly on the face, and then he choked out his mom. But not the good way. Also, to you was it brutal how they killed Howard Stark in Winter Soldier? I mean, in Civil War.
Howard Stark?
Yeah.
How did they kill him?
Wait. More character to his dad, because we always heard that he was just an asshole and everything. And then we're saying like, oh, here's more of his character. And there's that giant globe thing from Men in Black. I wish Men in Black was somehow in this world, like we mentioned before. Like there's like in this world, Men in Black are just so good at being undercover that they never find out.
Yep.
Oh. Although that's so like been there, done that. My greatest creation is you. My greatest creation is your sibling. There's a rubber in his face, but
my sperm is excellent.
Oh, that makes more sense. Actually, no, that sounds more of a Tony thing. Oh, I'm glad they got a Mexican.
Yes, I got a Mexican like working,
like
selling fucking.
Well, also we're very stereotypical. Yeah. Are you Iron Man? Sometimes. He's a nice guy. Or that thing.
Also, that's the guy from Philadelphia from that one episode.
I don't know. But I was gonna say, but also Mexicans, we don't have that when we sell stuff off the streets like that. We don't have those beautiful carts. We have those green ones that you can easily get. But I want to say, in Civil War, it's when
they got Bill O'Reilly. Really? That's weird.
The Civil War, they show like the Winter Soldier drags out. No.
Oh, when they're driving, right? And
they're driving, and then they get hit.
Yeah.
Howard Stark gets out of the car, and once he gets out of the car, Winter Soldier sees him and just punches him directly in the face like 4 or 5 times. And then every punch, as he hits him, you see his face bleed more and more. Like, pooh, pooh, pooh. And then you see his metal arm go around his Tony's mom, and then the camera pans up to Winter Soldier, and then you just see his face, and you just see his arm go. Like, yeah. Oh, so the audience doesn't know. You see his arm struggle because he is just choking her out.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do.
Isn't it kind of brutal also?
It is.
That we needed more of that in Civil War.
Yeah.
That's a whole other discussion about Civil War. Luckily, we have to see it for many movies to come.
Yep.
I am dreading. I am kind of dreading it. I'm just like, that movie. Right?
You know what's surprising? That, that movie was...
Baron Zemo's coming back when we make fun of... When we make fun of the villain. We'll talk about that later.
Which is that, it did well. It was well reviewed. It made a lot of money. But from people I've talked to, no one likes it.
Wait, no one likes it or no one talks about it?
No one likes it. Like, people that I've talked to, you and other people, like...
Well, I'm different.
Yeah, no, yeah, but even people who are, like, casual to it. Like, who just, like, going... Like, nobody... I've never met anybody that truly really liked it. They'll say, I like the airport scene... And at the end, and after that, like, they don't care about it. Which I thought was really weird. Like, I've never met anyone who truly enjoys it. They just go, it's alright.
Mm-hmm. Except comic book fans.
Yeah. Also, this cutesy shit banter is starting to get on my tits.
I'm looking at Christian's tits. I don't see it. Also, what kind of line is that? I don't know what you mean by that. It's getting on your tits. Does it mean getting on your nerves?
Yes. It's starting to annoy me.
Oh, I like her in black. I like this little thing. I'm gonna say it right now. I was fully expecting to say a joke about that. I like that little thing. Like, and he listens to Happy.
Yep.
Oh, do you remember Happy's part in Iron Man 3? Like, what happens to him? Like, I think halfway through the movie?
Doesn't he get hurt?
Yes. Do you remember how?
I don't.
Did that help at all?
No, that doesn't. Oh.
Yeah, I'm giving Christian hints using my hands.
Okay.
Yeah. Duplicitous. Ooh. I thought that was ADR. Right now, for that whole thing, it looked like she just acted like a secretary.
Yeah.
Not even like a super spy. I wonder if this is improv. Right?
I wanted to, yeah.
I love that we both laughed in that. Like, just like a perfect moment just to laugh. The key to the future is here. And next, he meant that literally. He takes off that little display, that little tag display. And then, like, it shows, like, a little chip or whatever. Or it shows, like, a little hard drive or whatever. Like, a hard drive before hard drives were a thing.
Yeah.
I am really surprised that thing didn't fall over.
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm. But also, that's another nitpick people would have.
Yeah.
Like, wouldn't make sense. That would have fallen over. I'm so happy we're not that nitpicky of a people, because we know the type of world this movie's trying to portray.
Yep.
Like, this is not the Dark Knight. That does not need to be explained. You do not need to explain everything. We like to think of our own thoughts. But there are requirements where you need that. I was wondering why the camera just stay there. The power of the sun and the palm of my hands. Remember that?
I do.
From where?
Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
I always quote that whenever someone gets powerful.
Or like something like that, right? That kind of visual too.
Yeah, I always think of that.
That just shows how good of a line that is.
It really is.
And its delivery. Also, just make sure to not watch Spider-Man, none of the original Spider-Man movies until we do a track. Okay?
All right.
Because I still want because your thoughts superhero movies. I'm really interested in your thoughts on those movies since you haven't seen them in years, right?
No, I haven't seen them in years.
Yeah, so that's why I'm very curious about your thoughts on it. I was thinking something bigger was gonna happen right now. Right? Didn't it feel like it?
It's a nice visual.
Yeah, it is. But it's like, well, the CG on those orb things when the camera was moving really fast looked off.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't look good. Oh, so he died 20 years ago, so it wasn't that long. So that means like, wow, Winter Soldier was alive and kicking back then, murdering people, right?
Yep.
So his dad made his own element or what?
I think he discovered a new element.
His father or him?
His father.
Okay.
But he didn't have the technology to produce it.
Okay. Oh yeah, I remember something about that. And this is some of the fun Iron Man making stuff.
Yeah.
Parts. Also, has this all been one day since he met Nick Fury in the morning? Is it the same day?
No, it's the day after, isn't it? I'm assuming it's the day after.
I don't know, because there hasn't been another night scene.
Oh, shit, you're right.
Yeah.
In which case, a lot's happened under a day. No, yeah. There.
Yeah, he just found out. Well, I think something happens right now.
The shield, right?
Yeah. With that.
It's not the actual shield, though, right?
No, I think it's a watch or something, or a clock. Okay, they spent too much time on the shield on that thing, no?
Yeah.
Especially he held that up for like two or three more seconds than it should have. It just stood there, nothing happening. I think it was just for the people's reaction.
Yeah.
But that went on for way too long. You could have done so much.
It wasn't even the shield.
Yeah, it was just like a clock or something. Yeah, like that whole thing. It's a waste of time right there. Like it wasn't. We get the idea, the intent. Like, oh yeah, but you spent too much time on that. You really did. No, that was so unnecessary. That was so unnecessary with the length. What was done? Maximum power. Wait, any fun facts? You?
Oh, shit.
Yeah, we were actually enjoying the movie.
So yeah, this is the first one that's been in a while. Scarlett Johansson dyed her hair red before she even got the part of Natasha Romanoff because she wanted the role so badly.
Ah, because like she was doing nothing, no. Also, it shows how powerful that metal thing is. Also, what do you think of this scene? He's building a new element. Building or making a new element.
This would have been cool if, like, I don't know. This I never really cared about this in the movie. Him making a whole new element, because all it does is just changes.
It makes him better, and it makes a new emblem.
Yeah, that's all. Like, I didn't really see any difference between like, oh, he's healthy now.
Also, look, movie mistake. That part should have been destroyed.
Yeah,
because how strong the metal thing is. That's fair with what you're saying.
Yeah, like I was just like, oh, he's healthy now. Okay.
You mean like they should have that moment should have led to something even bigger?
Yeah.
Right. It could have led to, even because they keep saying it, a new element could have led to something else in Ultron.
Yeah. And then the new element, like, you soon forget about it because it doesn't leave much of an impact.
It doesn't. It's just to save his life.
Yeah. Which, you say, like, oh, but it saved his life. Yeah, but he only had, like, that 1-2 instances where he looked bad, and that was it. That's the one thing I always disliked about this movie. It just felt... It tried to build something and then carry on to the next movie, and even in its own movie, it just falls flat.
Also, Hammer, the guy.
Yeah.
The Hammer. He's golfing with the head of the U.S. government right there. Okay, some more fun facts. Yeah. So.
This is a good one. Jon Favreau had a lot of friction with the Marvel higher ups due to their constant intervention, to the point that they were having him rewrite the script as the film was still shooting.
I remember that. Yes.
In particular, elements such as the increased prominence of the S.H.I.E.L.D. subplot were the result of a need to establish the greater Marvel Cinematic Universe in preparation for the...
From Paramount, no? It's not Disney at this point.
No, the Marvel higher-ups. Marvel Studios.
Was Kevin Feige part of that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
I'm getting it.
At the expense of the coherence of the film's own plot. DC Speeds got so bad that Favreau turned down directing Iron Man 3. That's why he didn't return.
I'm a bully. I took your stuff. You give me suits. Anything else?
Oh.
Yeah, keep going. Nothing's happening. Yeah, nothing is happening.
A lot of Whiplash's identifying features were suggested by Mickey Rourke. He wanted to perform half of his role in Russian and consulted on the character's tattoos and gold teeth, as well as having a pet cockatoo. In fact, Rourke paid for the bird and gold teeth out of his own pocket. So he made the character his own.
Good on him.
Yeah, good on him. It doesn't look too bad.
Yeah, that's why I said, like, he looks, and like he appears Russian. Like, his character to me is Russian.
Although Mickey Rourke spent several months on a treadmill and weight training, he initially wasn't able to move around and use the whip prop in the Whiplash outfit test due to his sheer weight. So it's heavy. To get around this problem, Rourke would wear heavy vests in subsequent physical training sessions to accustom his body in moving while wearing heavy armor. Alright, here's another one. Samuel L. Jackson was promised that Nick Fury would be given more screen time by Jon Favreau. Jackson almost didn't return to play Fury due to problems with contract negotiations.
Contract negotiation?
Yes.
Okay.
But secured a landmark 9-picture deal to play Nick Fury, not only in this movie, but in many other Marvel Studio productions. So how many movies has he appeared in? Has it been 9?
I'll go.
I mean, now it's more, I would assume.
Let me see. I don't remember. We'll have to count as it goes on. Strack name. Also, Mickey Rourke just killed the 2 guards that were supposed to keep an eye on him.
Oh, okay.
That's why it explains the blood on his hand. Also, when that shot showed the blood in his hand,
yeah,
it looks like the fake blood was drying up already.
I didn't get a chance to look.
No, I'm saying that's what it looked like. Okay, he's trying on the element.
Yep.
Yo, that looked weird.
Yeah, okay, Kiko. I wanted to say something too.
Also, like all those robotic things around his chest, we saw him gone in that shot, and not even close-ups to show the detail. That's how ill. Like, wow, Scarlett Johansson does look. She looks great in black dresses. It's just me. But to be fair, for me, I do like women in black outfits. Oh, here's him dancing. Classic Sam Rockwell.
He's like dancing.
No, that's what I mean. Like, I wonder if he asked for scenes of him dancing, or if the writers and directors just think like, okay, since we got Sam Rockwell, we have to have a scene of him dancing.
Yeah.
Right?
Maybe. Or maybe he's like, I wanted to do a dance.
No, that's what I mean. Like, either or. I feel like more it's the behind the scenes guys than him. But yeah, go. Continue.
Mickey Rourke complained that many of his scenes were cut, especially scenes that provided more character development for Ivan Vanko. I can see that.
Oh, me too, easily.
That, yeah, he has no character whatsoever besides the beginning.
Mm. Yeah, he's just our professor.
Yeah, he really is.
I don't mind that either. Just like they should have got him. I remember. I kind of like the display to make it so patriotic, and I like they have different types of like robot things.
Yeah.
Like here's Army. Here's Navy and all these other things, or Air Force, that kind of thing. I like that.
I don't know, this won't mean much to you, but I found it funny. While filming the fight scene in Monaco, when he first appears, Whiplash, Mickey Rourke couldn't get the hang of the whips. So they played Gnarls Barkley's Crazy Lolly for him to get the rhythm.
What song is that?
I do. Did you ever see that Philadelphia episode where...
the what?
Philadelphia, It's Always Sunny?
Huh.
Did you ever see that episode where Dennis and Mac get a house in the suburbs?
Yes.
You know that song they play when they do the montage?
I remember, but...
Yeah, they played that song. Mm. I just find that funny that he just... to get the rhythm down.
I'm sorry, now, these elements right now of the soldiers and everything...
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that element would work now, considering everything. I don't know why, but to me it wouldn't feel right. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Also, this was very Iron Man 1. Another guy got the suit, and he made his own shit.
Oh, yeah. No, but then again, he didn't want to, but he was forced to. But I get what you mean. Yeah, yes, that's what I'm trying to say beforehand.
To be honest, the first hour isn't that bad.
Mm-hmm.
But after that, this movie just really just drags on.
Doesn't it go more Marvel? How about the moment Samuel Jackson's introduced?
Yeah, I think from then on, because that's literally the hour mark.
Because before then is when we had that great scene of Don Cheadle and Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah,
of put your arm down or something like that. And that was 1 hour mark. Silent. You hear that, right?
Yeah, I heard.
Blank clue. Oh, and the War Machine still at this point looks very Army. Like it's not customized yet.
I hate it though. I always like how the War Machine looks here.
Like all with numbers and everything.
Yeah.
To make it different.
Yeah.
So it won't look like Iron Man, like 2.0 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That and it reminded me of War Machine from Marvel's Capcom.
Oh yeah.
The arcade game.
Hmm. Wait, I'm curious. Is there any fun facts about Scarlett Johansson more? I'm just curious. Because that was really interesting. What you said about her, really wanting to be in this movie.
There is, but here's one I think that's interesting.
Okay.
Inspired by their use on The Dark Knight, director Jon Favreau considered the possibility of shooting some scenes using IMAX cameras, but eventually decided against it as he figured that the film's visual effects would not look convincing at such high resolution. He made the smart choice.
Cameras. Why you think so?
Some of the CGI we saw now doesn't even look, and this is not even IMAX. Mm-hmm. Imagine IMAX, you could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, and look, those are the the UFOs in in Men in Black. Remember those 3 ships? Look, right there.
Yeah, they are.
Like in our own headcanon, we are convinced this is happening in this is the Men in Black universe, right?
Yep. Well, I mean, you are more than I am.
That's more fun.
To prepare for her role, Scarlett Johansson trained 6 weeks before the movie started principal photography, and the entire 6 months of shooting the movie.
Mm. Look at that. Anything?
I'm trying to look more. Da, 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 da.
No one's answering their phone. Because she sounded a little bit more like the Black Widow that we know. Yeah, I think that for a majority of this, like she is resolved as Black Widow, which in a way I could understand considering this is Black Widow's first introduction to movies in general.
Yeah.
So I could see that. How many fun facts are there?
There's like 100. But some of them aren't really that interesting.
Yeah, I could believe that. Oh, did you hear about the fan? Not that was the fan, but then they made it into canon.
Yeah, that is Peter Parker.
Yeah. It sounded like you didn't like that.
I didn't care for it.
So you're either or?
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, it doesn't add anything.
Yeah, it doesn't add anything. It just seemed like they really wanted him to do it. Just like, come on, wouldn't it be cool? And they're like, fuck it, why not?
Of course they have this scene.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
and that's Jon Favreau.
Yeah.
The director. Oh, and then he made Chef, and where he was finally able to kiss her.
Oh, yeah. He did, yeah.
Like, you know, that was his only reason for making it. Like, after all these years, I finally get a kiss Scarlett Johansson.
I always think about that whenever there's a movie that's like written by one person, written and directed and produced, and then they also act in it, and then they get women to like kiss them and all that. Yeah. Because
does it happen a lot?
I always think about like whether if they actually had. Because there's a movie called
The Room.
Not that one also, but I was thinking El Topo.
James Franco?
No, this is like from the 60s.
Oh, no, then. Continue, please.
Essentially, the guy plays this sort of gunslinger cowboy. Mm-hmm. And he had a girl with him, and they ended up making out in the desert, and she's naked, and he's fully clothed. And then there are scenes where they meet another girl, and they just make out, the 2 chicks naked. And the guy's just there. And I wonder, like, he wrote it, directed it, produced it, and he stars in it. He's the main actor. Like, I wonder if he did that on purpose. Just like, hey, I want these 2 hot chicks.
Oh, I like this little gag that they do. Not that, but you'll see. Oh, did she do her hair in the car or what? Because like her hair was well done in the, like her hair was tied up like in a bow or something.
Yeah, wasn't it?
Yeah. Before that, yeah, that was a little bit awkward. That shot right after that. These feel like more trailer moments.
They really do.
They don't feel like complete fighting sequences. They got a sponsorship from Audi. Why didn't he just deploy all of them at the same time?
The composer only recorded the score in only 4 days. That's interesting.
That was fake smoke right now. It exploded. And then it became real. I'm gonna cut off your neck. I'm gonna cut off your head. I wonder how much stunts did she do as the movies went on.
Mm-hmm.
Like at the start, was it like 40% or something? Like, yeah, look, she looks just like a model.
Yeah.
Here's the funny moment. Oh, and this is the gag I liked. Not the ear thing, but Jennifer, I'm gonna be cool. And that's the joke. I like beats up 1, she beats up 8. Grab your Crocs. Are those still a thing now?
Crocs, yeah.
Yeah. Because I know that socks and sandals have been a thing already since I was in high school. I don't understand why people do that though. Do you?
No.
Is it just laziness?
I think so. Same reason I sometimes wear sandals with socks. Because I don't want to put my shoes on to go outside and so I just put on the sandals. I already have my socks on. I'm not going to take off my socks just to put on sandals and go outside.
Wow, you are lazy.
But there's no point. Like, why would I take off my socks to put on sandals to go outside? I'm just going to throw away the trash. Put sandals.
It's like you're just trying fully to defend yourself.
Yeah,
like, this is why.
It makes no sense. Like, why would I take off my socks? That's dumb.
Oh, and because it's in Russian, Black Widow knows Russian easily. Because I think that was one of the first things she learned.
Yeah, she did.
The way he said promising. It's like, hello. Oh, here's this. Tony. This interaction is good. I believe her. Like, oh please, yeah, right. You guys never go to things you're supposed to go to.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Now they're all chummy.
Oh, they're all chummy.
Next thing you know, Don Cheeto tells him like, "Hey man, do you remember 6 months ago when I looked a bit different?" Like,
yeah.
And they're like, "Oh yeah, like, ooh, don't remind me about that. You're much cooler now." Right? Just full on jab at him. Yeah, like, none of that comes to fruition, and he's the one up there.
Yeah.
Oh, doesn't this fight between them last like a minute?
It's pretty short from what I remember.
Yeah. Let's get ready to rumble. I know I said that before, but this shot makes it look like it, or like here we go, right?
Yeah.
Like that big fight.
This was the start of Marvel's
What? No, not anymore.
This is the start of
That's
Marvel.
blood right there.
The start of Marvel's third act, where the ending is just nameless,
Yeah.
nameless bad guys.
Yeah. That's true. Iron Man 1, we got one villain. One boss villain.
Yeah.
Incredible Hulk, we got one boss villain.
Yep. But now we got faceless army soldiers.
Get down. Wait, why didn't he ever utilize that more? Look at that thing.
Yep.
Ching. That's what you got here. Is that what she said?
Yep.
I can really understand what she said.
Yeah, that's your guy. She kind of mumbled it.
Yeah. It is your fault.
Except we never see Sam Rockwell again.
We do.
We did.
In a one shot. When they reveal the true Mandarin. Remember that thing? That goes to prison scene?
Nope.
Yeah. That's when they have to call it out of their ass of that the Mandarin is still out there. Like, he's actually someone. Yeah, and they said, like, we're the Order of the Ten Rings. Who I think is gonna be the next villain for that movie with the Chinese or Japanese actor, the Asian actor. I forgot the name of the movie, but yeah.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. And it's just oh, this is what I meant. There you go.
Yep. Oh, I remember now.
Yeah. What's the name of... Oh, and this is Jebediah Stark Iron Man 1 2.0.
Yep.
It's exactly the same thing. Just changed the helmet and he got whips. And not as big. That reaction, Like, huh? Also, for you, what do you personally prefer? Like the Iron Man suit to have like guns like that, like, or lasers?
Lasers.
Lasers?
Yeah.
Okay, these cartoony sounds that they're using for the robots. I mean, for the hits, it's unnecessary. Like I can actually, I don't mind them, but I would prefer if they weren't in it.
Right.
You got your dicks. I don't know more. It wasn't funny. I need a hero. Also, what an odd way to get to end this battle, no?
Yep.
Like, okay, we'll set up, but still, it's odd. Also, what is that thing? I'm very positive that's not actually a thing in New York, right?
I don't think so, but
You don't think so? Wait, I could have sworn on his radar there are multiple other villains. Saw that right?
no, I didn't see anything.
Yeah, I saw it. Like when Don Cheadle looked at his viewpoint, it showed like a bunch of like triangles around him. I think that was reused footage, and they didn't completely use. Oh, see, there it is.
Yeah.
But those only show up if they're alive. That's the thing. Like they're all dead.
Yeah.
I think they added just to save from their butts because I think they noticed that too.
Yeah.
Love you. What about those other people? Look at that. What about them? Next thing you know, the little Peter Parker actually died from that explosion. He never left. Like he wanted to take the arc reactor so he could be like Iron Man, and that's what kills him. There's still others exploding. We deserve better.
And then you didn't, and then you did again.
No, and then you did. You continued to. You continued to again, and then you didn't, and then you did, and then you did.
Mm-hmm.
Presidency. Yeah, we're kissing over probably dead bodies over there next to the explosions. I'm not gonna get over that. Like they made such a huge deal about one being next to Gwen Pepper Potts.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about everybody else? I was like, he's just there. I like that he's just there. Huh. Yeah. Can you imagine, like, he went, like, oh, you know what, I'm gonna go for McDonald's. Mm-hmm. He takes the suit and he just walks out of it, like, cling, cling. He, like, just locks it or something.
Yeah.
Actually, knowing, Don Cheadle's character, another swipe.
Yeah.
Knowing Don Cheadle's character in this, you would think that, that would actually be there, no?
Yep.
Wait, so after Incredible Hulk, that's when everybody put the pieces together, and they knew about the Avengers, right? Like what they're planning.
Yeah.
Like, did they come out and say it, or did the fans figure it out?
I think the fans figured it out.
Okay, and then I'm assuming once Marvel knew that the fans knew, that's when they all, in a way, started saying it, possibly saying that, like, yes, we're doing it, but that's all we're gonna tell you.
Mm-hmm.
Is that basically what they did?
Yeah.
Okay. Also, this Iron Man was 2008, right?
Yeah.
This was 2010. 2 years later. And you would think the movie would be, like, more better in a way.
Right.
But also they previously when Clark Gregg, Agent Coulson, mm-hmm. was with Tony, not like that. There was a line that said that I'm leaving right now because I have to go deal with something in New Mexico or something like that.
Uh-huh.
And that was set up to the next movie. Presenter from the board. Just to make fun of him. Look at his face. He just sounds so bored. I feel sorry for him. He likes him. Don Cheadle. Oh, here we go. I do like that he doesn't come back. There's a smile. Something new. Where's the piece? There it is. That came off so natural too, no? Like here. So that was Iron Man 2. Christian, your thoughts, sir. And that was 2 hours, by the way. It flew by for me.
Yes. Oh, what's up at the end?
Okay, but so what'd you think?
You know what?
Also, this music helps. I like it. It's calming music with AC/DC.
Color me surprised. I actually had enjoyed myself with this movie, which I didn't expect at all. Because I remember this. I remember this movie being very, very boring, and it kind of is. And more so in the last hour.
Mm-hmm.
The first hour has issues. Some scenes go on too long.
Mm-hmm.
The cutesy banter shit annoys me. And yeah, you can kind of see how. What's kind of surprising though is that the action is very lame.
Yeah, right.
Like this probably has the worst action
and very short. Like almost every fight scene was short.
It was short. It wasn't exciting. It wasn't very good. Even like
the only thing going with it was the witty dialogue. Sometimes,
yeah. Like, you know, the more I think about it, like I shouldn't have really liked this movie. I shouldn't have enjoyed it myself.
Right now?
Yeah, like thinking back at it, like there's many problems with this movie.
Mm.
Like I shouldn't have enjoyed it, but I did. So that's really weird.
Is it because Robert Downey Jr.? Is it because you got the Tony Stark that you remember, but it wasn't from Iron Man 1, it was from Iron Man 2?
I think so. I think this Iron Man is probably his performance.
And Tony Stark, yes.
This is probably my favorite performance from him.
So far.
For
one back, yeah. I kind of agree.
He was funny. He was really... The shit with Happy, I really enjoyed. I'm kind of...
It was one scene!
It was one scene, but it was the best thing.
Yeah.
Black Widow, thank God they improved her.
Oh, yeah. Like, I'm sure back then, like, you would have said, like, I don't want to see her again, right?
Yeah, I could easily see that.
And you thought, like, wow, she's very pretty.
Yeah, like...
I'm happy about that, too. I'm glad she has a lot more character.
The relationship between Pepper Potts was just... I completely forgot about it.
Mostly, in this one?
Yeah, it's almost non-existent.
Mm.
It's almost like they're treating it like the first one again. Like, oh, will they, won't they?
Yeah.
Even though in the first one we knew they would. So this is very weird. So I can kind of see why Gwyneth Paltrow didn't want to come back.
Oh, now? Oh, explain.
Because if I remember correctly, because I think it was in Iron Man
3?
It wasn't before Iron Man. It was during I believe the Avengers.
Mm-hmm.
In other movies.
Her role?
She wasn't in it. So they wrote it that, like they broke up.
Oh, Iron Man 2. I mean, Avengers 2, yes, I knew that. Yeah, I know that.
And there was speculation that she wouldn't come back.
Mm-hmm.
And from this role, I could see why. Because they didn't really give her anything at all to do. Like, she's easily the most forgettable thing in this movie.
Mm-hmm. Like, Black Widow has more of a thing to do.
As dull as she is, she had more.
She has something to do.
Yeah. She kind of reminds me of Natalie Portman in Thor.
We don't know yet.
But from what I remember, like, she was just sort of there.
I know I hated her friend. The one that never shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up, or who never shut it up.
Yeah.
There you go.
I will say the first hour I still enjoyed, but I do think this kind of shows my problem with the Marvel movies, because this has a lot of the same elements. The final third act where it's just faceless, nameless enemies.
Mm-hmm.
The comedy that goes on a bit too long or just set up. And
to me, the worst example of the comedy is in Doctor Strange. That's unbearable. I really hated all that quote unquote comedy. I hated that.
The thing,
I hope they get rid of that in Doctor Strange too. I really do.
Another thing that annoys me about this movie was how relationships work. Because in the first
everybody,
yeah,
okay.
Well, especially with Pepper Potts, like romantic relationships, like they don't ever continue. Because even like when Iron Man with Thor, like Natalie Portman wasn't gonna come back, so they wrote her like, oh, they broke up. Now she's coming back. It's like, well, how are they gonna write her back then?
The director Taka, I'm sure he's got some ideas.
I'm sure he's got it.
Also, he finished like the script I think a few weeks ago.
Oh, good for him.
And this time.
But yeah, I'm thinking about that. Just this movie exemplifies a lot of the problems I have with Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the first hour, it's also what I like about Marvel is that when they do right, they can really do it right.
When they embrace more of the fun, and when they embrace the comic book side that we know they can do if they just spend more time there.
Yeah. That and this movie, I remember. I think the cinematography is a bit more interesting in this movie.
I'll say so. Yeah. We saw more color in this one for sure.
Yeah, like I
but
think
not as much color as Marvel now.
no, no, it's called now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think I'll ever have a perfect Marvel movie where I think
We don't know yet. We have a long way.
we
to
have
go.
a long way to go. But
For all we know, the Marvel movie that the one Marvel movie, quote unquote Marvel movie is Into the Spider-Verse. For you, it is Marvel.
it is Marvel, yeah.
You know what I'm
Also, I do want to say you brought me up.
Well, in memory of Adam Goldstein. Sorry,
Oh,
he died.
I will say there's one thing. I think there's a reason why I like Spider-Verse so much, and also I've bitched and complained about the Spider-Man PS4 game, but I got all the achievements, so it's doing something.
Wait,
Right.
you bitch and complain, but you still like playing.
I still like.
Wait,
playing.
you like playing it or you love playing it?
I like playing it.
Okay, you like playing it.
I still have issues, but like
Dun dun
they
dun
did something.
dun dun.
But I realized that game and that
Story?
the game and Into the Spider-Verse do something that I think the live action will never be able to capture, and that is
Time?
no, and that is his eyes.
Oh, really? His eyes. Of all things, his eyes.
If you ever look at his eyes, they have like so much expression
Wait,
in them.
Spider-Man eyes or Peter Parker eyes?
Spider-Man, like when he puts on the mask.
I forgot post-credit scene.
Oh, yeah.
It was one of your films.
Kenneth Branagh directed this, not Jon Favreau. Guy who directed the first Thor movie. I don't know what the fuck did I just say right there.
Wait, the guy who made the first Thor made Iron Man 2.
No, he directed just the scene.
Oh, okay. Oh, I like that little thing. Like, have the director who's gonna work on the next superhero movie, have him work on the post-credit scene to have an element.
Makes
I like
sense,
that. Yeah.
No, but Into the Spider-Verse and in the Spider-Man PS4 game, like his eyes, like they expand, they get narrow. They're very expressive.
Mm-hmm.
And I realized that's the one thing I liked about it. It's just that his mask is his actual face. Those other heroes, when they put on a mask, you can't really see the emotion.
And also, I just want to say it quickly. This was our first introduction to Marvel characters that completely different. Because now we're going Thor.
Mm-hmm.
We went Iron Man, which people kind of knew had a fan base, and Incredible Hulk, which people more knew.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're getting Thor. Very few people know about Thor.
Yeah.
So I'd say like the next one I would say was basically very risky and very cautious because it's about Thor and the mythology and there's this whole other stuff behind it. So it's very cautious. I'm pretty sure the Marvel was, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, so continue.
But yeah, that's the one thing I realized that as much as I like the Sam Raimi ones,
From what you can remember.
From what I can remember, as much as I dislike the Mark Webb ones,
Mm-hmm.
as much as I like the Tom Holland ones, none of them will ever satisfy me, like Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse and the Spider-Man PS4 game, because none of them can have his eyes.
Spider-Man eyes, right?
Should show that Spider-Man eyes react. They
can't do that.
They can never, and I think that's what's stopping them from being the best.
What about Deadpool's eyes? From what you can remember, because because of Deadpool and the CG eyes, that's a big influence to Tom Holland's Spider-Man. But what do you think about?
I don't remember Deadpool's. I gotta see those. I gotta see that again.
Okay.
I remember his eyes not really having much expression.
They are blank.
Yeah.
Just blank.
Yeah, like I just remember him like he kind of seemed like he kind of squints.
He squints like.
Yeah, like you kind of see that, but with
that noise that made sound like horror music.
Also, because I watched Far From Home twice, and I remember that, and like the eyes were just very like they can make it smaller, like the white smaller, but that's about it.
Mm-hmm.
When you look into Spider-Verse, they get so wide, they get so small.
The animation beautiful.
And in the game, they do the same thing. Like they take the approach from the movies from Far From Home, where like they dim it, but they also have like you can see like the eyebrows almost.
Mm-hmm.
You can see him furrow his brow in the mask, and I think that's what's so appealing about Spider-Man is that he can still make facial reactions with the mask, and the movies you simply can't do that. So it requires a lot from the voice, and I think that's where I give props to Tom Holland. It's because
he's really good.
He's very good at emoting with his voice, more so than I think any of Tobey Maguire.
Oh, sorry.
But the thing is though, the eyes kind of betray him. Mm-hmm. Whereas Into the Spider-Verse, like you hear the voice, but then you see it in the eyes, and it has much better impact, much more response with the audience than I think the live action movies were able to achieve. Which makes me wonder. I kind of don't want any more live action Spider-Man. Like I want them animated. Keep them off the fucking theater. Fuck that. Keep them in TVs and shows.
Where you going? I want to think. Eric and Prima Chip before. Eric said the exact same stuff you said about the eyes. He said one of the most important things people can do for Spider-Man are the eyes. And second, he and his friends also mentioned that they a while ago they had enough of Spider-Man. And what about just keeping him animated where you could do so much more for so much less? And they said like that would be pretty cool if like before every Marvel movie they had like a 5 or 10 minute mini Spider-Man adventure. I was saying, so you can know there are other people that thought of stuff like you did. Yes. But I'm glad that you're getting these thoughts, but you're only getting these thoughts though only because you've been exposed so much to one thing that you're thinking like, wait, what about if they did this, and this? Mm-hmm. I also really like this. Oh, I think it's funny that we went from there to there from Iron Man.
Yeah.
But to be fair, Marvel is doing that right now. Spider-Man, you're gonna be our Iron Man now.
They really are, yeah.
And I don't want that either. I'm with you. I don't want that.
I don't want.
But if they are, make something good out of that.
Yeah.
This is a new aspect that we're going with the new Tom Holland Spider-Man. Let's see how it goes. But also Iron Man 2, you would say like you had a really good time.
I liked it more than the first one, which I never thought I would say. I would say the first hour is fun if a bit, they could cut the fat.
Yeah, you're summing up everything just to end it, yeah.
And then the second hour, I would say lower your expectations by a lot.
But there are some stuff.
There's some stuff here and there, but
Robert Downey Jr. being great as Tony Stark.
Yes.
Yeah. So just so people can know, the Tony Stark and Iron Man thing that you love came from Iron Man 2, not Iron Man 1. You saw little bits of it, but no, that wasn't it. Also, it might have come in more in Avengers, considering all those people,
personalities slashing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this was fun. We needed this after
we really did.
Those disastrous movies we saw previously.
Yeah.
I'll put in
this was a nice palate cleanser.
Yeah, I'll put in Justice League Crisis on Two Earths. Like it was fine, but we were bored a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was too slow. This was a really good way to.
This is a good way to have fun.
Once again, Marvel proving that they're better than DC.
Yeah.
And it was a DC animated movie of all things.
DC animated movie. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, and the next Marvel movie is Thor. Let's see. I know Christian really thinks Thor is very, very, very boring.
I gotta be honest. You know how much I hate him? In my senior year of high school, when I took a film class, they had the poster of Thor. You know how each letter has a face? Mm-hmm. I fucking hated that poster. I hate it every time I saw it in the morning. Mm-hmm. It bummed me the fuck out. You don't know how
After
much...
you saw the movie?
Yeah. I have that much contempt for Thor.
Okay, when we watch it, I'll make sure to have something with me to make you less bored if it goes that route. We don't know yet. But again, now I'm thinking about it, there might be some slow parts in that movie. Now I'm thinking about it might be several slow parts. But we'll just see how it goes.
See how it goes.
Besides, just keep in mind, after that, we get to see, if I'm correct, Captain America.
Yes, I believe.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Before. Okay, so thank you all for joining us. Hopefully you had a good time too. And hopefully, you might have changed your mind about Iron Man.
Yeah, hopefully.
And like so far, I can honestly say the worst Marvel movie I've seen from our rewatches has been Incredible Hulk. Mm. Sorry that no, actually, yeah, it's Incredible Hulk then Iron Man.
Yeah.
Would you agree with me on that, or do you just?
I enjoy Incredible Hulk too much.
All right. Do you think we should start ranking these as we go on, or not? For us, or not?
Yeah, personally, I think we should have our own ranking.
Like, then next time I have a paper right there somewhere, and I'll write down what we think.
Yep.
Okay. And we just move on from like each one. Next thing when we just write it down. The last one, Captain Marvel. Right? Or for you, Thor.
No, for me it'd be Thor, but Captain Marvel was just so dull.
Yeah. Phase 1. Actually, no. I would rather see Iron Man 2 than Captain Marvel again.
I would too. After seeing this.
Yeah, hell yes. Yeah. Sorry we were bad mouthing Captain Marvel. That's for a later date. So, yeah, thank you all again. Hopefully you have a good day. Goodbye.